Hey everyone, Sebastian here, back again with another video on Bluebook Test 1. This time, Reading and Writing Module 1, Question 6, lucky number 6. If you don't know already, I have to tell you I love the number 6. I'll tell you why another time. This is a central ideas and details question, and I think it's a fun one. It's on a novel that I like a lot, so let's get into it. The following text is from Jane Austen's 1811 novel, Sense and Sensibility. Elinor lives with her younger sister and her mother, Mrs. Dashwood. Elinor, this eldest daughter, whose advice was so effectual, possessed a strength of understanding and coolness of judgment which qualified her, though only 19, to be the counselor of her mother, and enabled her frequently to counteract, to the advantage of them all, that eagerness of mind in Mrs. Dashwood which must generally have led to imprudence. She had an excellent heart. Her disposition was affectionate, and her feelings were strong, but she knew how to govern them. It was a knowledge which her mother had yet to learn, and which one of her sisters had resolved never to be taught. I mean, this ending right here, right? This is classic Austen, right? That's why this one's my fourth favorite Jane Austen book, after Persuasion, Pride and Prejudice, and Emma, but it's better than Northanger Abbey and Mansfield Park. So according to the text, what is true about Elinor? Right. So this whole passage is about Elinor. There's some mention of Mrs. Dashwood and another sister. Let's look at the options, right? Because there's a lot of things that could be true about Elinor, but we want to focus on what they're giving us. So Elinor often argues with her mother, but fails to change her mind. Elinor can be overly sensitive with regard to family matters. Elinor thinks her mother is a bad role model. Elinor is remarkably mature for her age. Okay. So they say whose advice was so effectual. So that means the advice, even if I don't know the word effectual, it's maybe an old-fashioned word, I can think effective. So I wouldn't say that she argues with her mother but fails to change her mind. So I put a minus next to this. I'm not feeling great about that one. Not fully eliminating it, but let's keep going. And which qualified her, though only 19. Okay, so there's a mention of her age, and though only makes it sound like she's young but doing more than she should do. So that hints toward D, but we'll see. To be the counselor of her mother and enable her frequently to counteract, to the advantage of them all, that eagerness of mind in Mrs. Dashwood which must generally have led to imprudence. Okay, so that clearly is saying she counteracts and helps everyone by changing her mom's mind. So I'm definitely going to eliminate A. And then it's saying, right, that she had an excellent heart, her disposition was affectionate, and her feelings were strong, but she knew how to govern them. So I would say it's not saying that she can be overly sensitive with regard to family matters, because she's sensitive, but she's still able to be in control. And her feelings were strong, but she knew how to govern them. It was a knowledge which her mother had yet to learn, and which one of her sisters had resolved never to be taught. Okay, so now we're down between C and D. Do we ever get a hint that she thinks her mom is a bad role model? I don't see it, right? Because it just says that she gives her mom advice and counteracts maybe some of her mom's less pleasant or less wise habits, but that's too strong a statement to think she's a bad role model. We're making too big a leap. But they mentioned her age, right? Though only 19, and then she had this great strength of understanding. So that's showing that she's mature for her age. And that is going to go with D. And that is our answer then. Okay? So let me make that circle better. D is our answer. And everything else, right, was just eliminated through process of elimination. So again, for this one, right, you want to focus on the answer choices. You don't want to try to invent the answers on your own, because there's a lot of things we could say about Elinor just based off this one passage, and you can even say more if you've read the book. And also, if you have read the book, don't take that information and bring it in, right? You want to focus just on what we have here. Pretend like you haven't read the book, even if you had, because it's always in the passage, the answer. And then you want to focus on the little details that sort of pop out, right? So they never really say she thinks she's a bad role model, but they do mention how she's young but also wise, and that suggests that she's mature for her age. So I hope this passage was not too bad, that the question made sense. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you have a favorite Jane Austen novel, let me know that too. So I will talk to you all soon. And I hope you are all also remarkably mature for your age. Bye.